Entering play call screen.
The Ducks will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. So Ohio State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too...
What a snag by the defense.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys. And he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll toss it. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loaded up.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels, you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast. It always starts with the ground.
Option. There are 11 categories. You have 5 options.
Line getting set on second down. On the option. Now the toss. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Flushed out of the pocket. He fires it out to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Entering play call.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Entering play call.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense are hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Fast motion from the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Buckeyes get enough for the first down.
DDL safety, SS blitz 1.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Now that was a blitz for the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out.
And the pressure is coming in. And
you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot.
Inside zone, there are 10 categories.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Excellent field position here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
37 options and 0 velocity selected.
One interception, had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The give. Smashes through. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
37 options and 0 velocity selected.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. If you've got opportunities, you've got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Rich. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out.
There are 14 categories.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Ducks are marching down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll go right back to it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that that time on the fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Entering play call.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Options. Cover 2 inverted selected.
On second down, he'll fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Man coverage. There are 2 categories. You have 16
So after
options.
the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. They'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On the run, it's Meadows. The Ducks get enough for the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got to the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Complete with conviction on the crosser.
There are 2 categories. You have 16 options. Cover 1 will is selected.
Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Zings it complete to the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass right down the middle. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to go up top on first down. Coming after him. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.
Special teams, you have 7 options. 5,
the Buckeyes will move away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that is proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Got out of trouble and throws. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. The noise level is relentless here on second down. The give to the tailback. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Barrels ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown,
Entering
again.
play call, coach suggestions.
Well, the
There are
offense
8
shows some life
categories.
here. He
You have
cuts into
15
the lead with that
options.
score.
Cat
And
empty
man, they
selected.
needed it. They had to have something
Entering
to go
play
right.
call,
Listen, still
special
down,
teams.
but this
You
is a
have
great
5
start to getting
options.
back in
If
this ball
optimal
game.
is selected.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this
Entering
drive
play
will start at the 25.
SS Blitz 1.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10.
And 0 blast is selected.
Wide out in motion. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
37 options. And 0 blast is selected. Give pushing.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Entering play
Tempo
call,
and overdrive.
main blitz. There are 10 categories. You have 37 options. And 0 blast is selected.
They move the tight end all over. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Entering play call,
Pass success has a lot to do
DPL
with
safety,
selling that
SS
fake.
Blitz
You
1.
could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Nick, 3, stack. There are 3 categories. You have 15
This is
options.
a
Cover 3
third and
drop is
long.
selected.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line. They go out really trying to establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
Want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They're sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. And when I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make it.
trying to get to him. Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right in his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball scores, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Line gets set, 1st down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gonna run it. It's long. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense.
Entering play call over. There are 3 categories. You have 27 options. Cover 4 downs selected.
Leaves it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You have 3 options.
Keep pounding away at this
3G
defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the pass.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Option is set off flood. There are 11 categories. You have 5 options.
Continue to put the flow accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Makes his connection.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Entering play call.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Strong flood is
through the air on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Ducks want to move quickly.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Ripping through the defense. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going up top. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They get to the line quickly.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it
and the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Entering play
the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Entering play call.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The aerial assault continues. Fires toward the end zone. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You have 5 options. Strong flood is selected.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score.
Entering
touchdown, Ducks.
Double flex, mesh spot, red option.
The block.
The
offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack.
Entering
that was wide open.
Didn't
take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down. quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. The give and the run on 4th down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good game. First down here for the offense. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense